Good morning all. Today I am going to do my presentation on resource portfolio, and the sport that I have chosen is rugby. Firstly, we will go through the table of content, which is consisted of history, field dimensions, rules, equipment and gear, safety and skills, drills and simple training program for primary school students, sports guide and fun and facts and trivia of sports. Now we move on to history. Let me tell you about rugby's history. Rugby first started in 1823 in Warwickshire in United Kingdom. William Webb Hills invented rugby when he ran with the ball in his hands. In 1863, some of the boarding schools decided to make rugby rules, and a rugby union was formed in 1871. The first ever international match was between England and Scotland, where Scotland won by 1-0. Later, in 1900s, rugby was introduced in the Summer Olympics. In 1987, the first World Cup was held in Australia and New Zealand. Rugby was introduced in Fiji in the year 1884 by the Europeans. By the mid-1915, a Fijian native union began, and later it became Fiji Rugby Union in 1924. Fiji played their first international game with Samoa in Apai. Now you can see the photos here, and we will move down to field dimensions. Moving on with the field dimensions, you can see all the dimensions here. The rugby field is consisted of halfway line, 10-meter line, 22 line, 5-meter line, try line and dead ball line. And the goalpost, the length should be 5.6 meters, the height will be 6.4 meters. And here you can see the rugby players, the positions which they take. The first, number 1 is prop, number 2 hooker, number 3 prop, number 4 scrum half, number 5 fly half, number 6 center, number 7 winger. Moving on, we have some rules for rugby. Number 1 is 7 players must be on the field at all times, 5 substitute with 5 interchanges. Number 2, 7 minutes halves instead of 40 minutes halves in 15s aside. Number 3, maximum of 2 players half time instead of 10 minutes. All conversions attempts must be drop kick. Conversions must be taken within 30 seconds of scoring a try. The scrum is made only with 3 players. Yellow card nets a 2-minute suspension. Yellow cards net a 2-minute suspension to the offender. Referee decide on advantage quickly. Now we will move down to equipment and gear. Rugby players mostly wear these gears, which is number 1 head protection, number 2 shed, number 3 gum shield, number 4 body protection, number 5 is the ball that the rugby players carry, and number 6 is shorts, number 7 boot. Now moving down to safety. To avoid injuries in rugby, the following strategies are implemented. First, have a proper warm-up before the game. Second, carry and pass the ball safely. Third, follow the proper stepping and tackling techniques. Fifth, wear protective gear such as mouth guard. Sixth, only play after an injury if you are allowed by a medical professional. Now we will move down to skills. First is how to play the ball. Hold the ball with both hands. Drop the ball slowly and kick with your leg and run to hold and start running to the finish line to score a point. Second is Passing the ball. The ball is mostly passed sideways to each player. Make sure after passing you let the players with the ball run in front while supporting them from the back to pass back. A offload pass is when a player is tackled down to the ground. He must release the ball as soon as possible. Now, a score is when a player reaches the finish line and puts the ball down without bouncing on the ground. Now we will move down to drills. Attacking drills. Players are taught how to attack with the ball to score a point. Defensive drills are players here are taught to how to defense play by blocking every possible place for the opponents to enter. Now rucking and mauling. Players are taught how to play with the safest techniques. Scrum and line-out. Players are taught how to engage in a scrum and during the game. Passing and handling drills. Players are taught the basics of how to pass and carry it along. Kicking and catching. Players are taught how to kick the ball correctly and catch it. Now simple training programs for primary school children. Lower primary, running with the ball, racing, chasing, playing. Mid, running with the ball, racing, chasing, playing, handling the ball. Upper primary, running with the ball, scoring tries, passing, kicking, and tactics are taught. Now we will move down to sports style. For players to perform in rigorous training demands of rugby, the following diets should be followed. Eating enough of these foods such as eggs, chicken, cereals, oats, fish, drink enough water, skim milk, drink a lot of water, and green vegetables and fruits. Now we will go to the last part, which is fun facts and trivia of sports. Number 1. Rugby balls were made from pigs' bladders in the olden days. Number 2. Only All Blacks team is the best in rugby. Rugby was introduced in Olympic in 1900. Rugby is only known by Europeans. In rugby, we can play anyhow to score. Thank you for listening.